CrackBerry.com.
Hey guys, Adam here for CrackBerry.com. I have with me the BlackBerry Q5. This is the latest BlackBerry 10 device from BlackBerry. It's the second with a physical keyboard, the Q10 obviously being the first. So this is more of an entry-level device, and we're just going to take a look at the hardware and talk a little bit about the device itself. So you can see from looking at it off the bat, it's got that classic BlackBerry design. Screen up top, full physical keyboard down the bottom. And you'll probably notice right away that the keyboard goes back to the more curved style keyboards where the keys are separated and there's no frets between them like we saw on, say, the Bold 9900, where there's the keys are tighter together and there's frets between them. This is more of the older curved style, the Curve 8300, 8330, where the keys are individual and separated, but it's still a really nice feel to it, and it's nice to type on. A lot of curved lovers are going to enjoy that the keyboard goes back to the old school keyboard. And then up top here, we have a 3.1-inch touchscreen. It's 720 by 720. It's an LCD, so it's not a Super AMOLED like the Q10. So this is more the the screen you'll be used to. Older BlackBerries had the LCD screen as well. Just taking a quick look around the device, you can see here on the side we have the micro USB port. There's no micro HDMI on this guy, so unfortunately you're going to be left without that. It's been available on the Playbook, Q10, Z10. But on the Q5, it's not available. So, some users may be upset by that, but a lot of people probably won't mind it so much. And then on the side here, we'll get to in a second, there's no removable back on the Q5. So under the flap here, we have our micro SD card and SIM slot. So you pop those guys in there and then pack this back up and you're good to go. And then just rolling around here, we have our volume buttons, mute button on the side, and then our lock standby button on the top with the headphone port. Speaker on the bottom, obviously. So getting on the back here, we have our camera, and the Q5 unfortunately is only a 5 megapixel camera on the back, and there's a 2 megapixel camera on the front there. But you'll see there's no removable back. So this actually has an integrated battery, which we haven't really seen on any BlackBerry devices aside from the Playbook. So I know a lot of users are spoiled by the fact that they can remove the battery and swap it out if need be, but on the Q5 you're not going to be able to do that. But at the same time, it's not a terrible thing. This has a 2180 milliamp battery, so it actually has quite a bit of juice to get you through an average day. So I haven't had too many issues with actually having to charge my Q5 during my normal use. I've done it here and there, but for the most part, the battery is actually really good, and it'll get most people through most days. So it's definitely a drawback. We're not going to deny that, but at the same time, like I said, the battery's pretty big, so it's good. And it does give you this little sleeker design, so you don't have to worry about, having any added designs in there to have allow for the back door to come off and the battery door to be removable. So, just definitely one of our bigger downsides, as well as the camera. I don't want to cut anything out of the camera, but the Q10, Z10 have 8 megapixel cameras on the back, and the Q5 only has a 5 megapixel. So the photos actually aren't really too bad, but it definitely takes away a little bit from the device. And we'll just take a quick look at the OS. This at the core is running a 1.2 gigahertz processor, and it has 2 gigs of RAM. So it actually has both the Q10 and Z10 have 2 gigs of RAM as well. So the OS runs super smooth. The one downside is that there's only 8 gigs of internal storage. So if you have a lot of apps and games on here, or you happen to store your media on the device itself, you're going to be kind of cut down on storage there, where most devices are up to 16 at this point. But you can also put in a micro SD card, which can go up to 32 gigs, so you can put all your media there, music, movies, files, so it'll help keep your space clean on the device itself. But moving around the OS, everything's super fast. It runs really well. The LCD screen is really bright, and it's easy to look at, easy on the eyes. So overall, no complaints as far as the OS, but we've seen that many times before, so I just wanted to run through it real quick. But that's pretty much it. So this is the BlackBerry Q5. It's available in black, white, pink, and red in various markets. And overall, it's a good device. You can check out the full review for all my additional thoughts. BlackBerry Q5.